My name is Gabrielle Sultan. I'm 22 years old, and I'm a senior here at the University of Houston. I'm a longtime Cougar fan. Cougar runs deep in my family. My grandpa actually went here and was a professor here, and my uncle is actually the voice of the Cougar football team. So it's always been in my family, and I feel very excited to be able to come to this school now. I have a fur baby. His name is Simba, and he's a rescue pit bull, and I enjoy spending time with my family and friends and hanging out with my dog too. I'm an EC through 6th generalist major in the education school, and I'm beginning my first semester of my last year as a student teacher. I'm in Cy-Fair ISD at a school called Feast Elementary, and I'm in a 3rd grade reading class. I'm very excited to work in this reading class and learn more about all the different kids, learn about their different backgrounds, and get to know what being a teacher is going to be like. In my household, I grew up only speaking one language. In high school, I took 3 years of Spanish. The required amount was 2, and I took 1 extra. Although I took 3 full years of Spanish, I cannot say that I'm fluent, unfortunately. I can understand conversations while they're being had in front of me, especially if they're being slowed down a little bit, so I can at least communicate back whenever somebody does speak to me in Spanish for the most part. I think this is a pretty valuable thing to be able to do, especially in the Houston area, because there's a heavy Hispanic population in this city. I wish that I could say that I was fluent in Spanish because I think that would help me a lot in my profession and make me more valuable, because I often see situations where parents only speak one language and they need a translator to help. My dad actually speaks 3 languages. So growing up, he speaks German, Afrikaans, and English. So growing up, I was always able to see him just strike up a conversation if he saw somebody that was also from South Africa like him, or also spoke German. And it was really cool to me to be able to see him just strike up a conversation and be able to communicate with those people, even here in the U.S., where many people don't speak German, and especially not Afrikaans. That's even less of a popular language. And I think the communication aspect of that is very cool, and I wish I could do that as well with Spanish and use it to my advantage in the classroom. I understand learning other languages is also valuable, but I think because of the place I live, I think Spanish would be the most valuable to me. As a teacher in the schools, I think that second language should be implemented younger. In my schools growing up, I was not required to take a second language until 9th grade. And I think requiring it even as early as 5th grade in small portions could really benefit kids, and they could learn it for even longer in school versus only the 4 years that they offer it for 9th through 12th grade. I think if they started it earlier, kids might learn more. They might understand the grammatical aspect of the language also. And that is for students who are native speakers to the English language and wanting to learn different languages. In regards to ELLs, I think a lot of it begins with speaking to them, because the more you speak to them, the more they're going to understand. And I think whenever you speak to them more in English, they're going to learn from their language better. And whenever they've heard the language a lot, when given something such as a writing or speaking assignment from themselves, I think they will be more successful because they have heard the language be spoken. So I think it's important that you be sure that you keep that consistent with your students. And in the classroom, I think technology and help from age should be implemented. I do believe that technology, when trying to learn a different language, should maybe only be used for extra practice, not as a sole way to learn the language, due to the fact that I think the one-on-one and the writing and the reading in a classroom with a teacher benefits the kids more and will help them learn more than just sitting in front of a computer screen. Although I do think, like I said, that should be used for extra intervention, extra practice for those students. In my classroom, I hope to have a productive and positive environment for both ELL and native speaking students, and that they can learn well and feel confident in learning in both languages.